Herod, Caesar Augustus, Tiberius Caesar. Luke intentionally roots his story in history. But human history is only the shadow. God's history is the substance, promise, and fulfillment. So John the Baptist in 3:4 and Jesus in 4:16 are fulfillments of promise found in Isaiah 40 through 66. John is the voice of one crying in the desert of Isaiah 40, 3 through 5. And Jesus says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me," of Isaiah 61, 1 through 2. And so Luke begins his story of God's divine plan, God's history, to save both Jews and Gentiles, and Jesus is the center of time. It is difficult today to hear a gospel writer's own story. We think we already know the story, so we fill in the blanks without listening. But every child knows how a story should go. If you tell it wrong, the child will protest, "That's not the way it goes." So what is Luke's story? In chapters 4 through 8, Jesus moves from Nazareth to Capernaum. He travels village to village in synagogues and private homes, in boats and in grain fields. He proclaims the reign of God, which is help for the poor, the sick, the demon-possessed, and those on the margins of society, like women, who it ends up provide for Jesus and his group. And he prayed, often and a lot, sometimes all night. He teaches of blessings and woes, of how to treat people, of building a good foundation, that what you give is what you get, and of who is least in the kingdom. He heals the deaf and blind. He casts out the demons and raises the dead. Luke doesn't just call him Jesus. Luke calls him the Lord. He appoints the 12 as missionaries and then sends them out to do the same thing he is doing, helping, healing, teaching. He talks in parables to keep those with dead ears from hearing. And Herod says, "What's going on?" At first, the Pharisees were amazed, but not for long. "You defile the Sabbath, and you dare to forgive sins." At chapter 9, the stakes get higher. Fish bred 5,000 people, and then, "Who am I?" "The Christ of God." Keep that to yourself. "The Son of Man must suffer, be killed, and raised. Stay with me. Don't run away. The Son of Man comes in glory, and some of you will see." 8 days later, Jesus, Moses, and Elijah appear in glory in a divine conversation. But the 12 are fighting over who gets to sit where.